a little bit. Is it live?
It's
We
live.
are live. Yay. Happy Friday.
Happy free Friday tea time essential talk with the
Ascension time. What did you say?
Ascension talk.
Ascension time. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Venus Friday. Chin
Welcome.
chin to all of you. What you drinking? Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Lisa. Look at
Hi,
double Lisas.
Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mariam John. So much love to all of you. Is that Mariam or Lisa? That's Lisa.
We have
Hi,
Lisa and Lisa.
Lisa and Lisa
good
in the
Lisa.
house.
Thank you guys for joining us today. It's always a blessing to have you wonderful dear hearts with us, sharing your wonderful energy, and it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Someone woke up very, very, very chirpy.
Hi, Tabitha.
Very, very chirpy.
Hi, Fiorella.
Hi,
Good
Tabitha.
morning.
Hi, Fiorella.
So, Michael, what you drinking today?
So I'm drinking this beautiful cinnamon zesty I forgot the name of it. It's like a cinnamon twist.
Okay, so that's what you're drinking.
Hold on, let me just look
That's
at the
like,
name.
but how is it? How is it? How is it?
It's called Sweet Cinnamon Spice.
Okay,
So,
great. Hi, Lone. Much love,
Sweet
sweetheart.
cinnamon spice.
Sweet cinnamon spice. Is it sweet? Is it cinnamony?
It's beautiful.
Does it have the spice?
It has the spice. It's a good one for today. Since,
Our
since it's
sound was a little low.
Where's the microphone?
I don't
Oh
know.
my Weech.
Hey, can you all hear us? We don't have the microphone today. Hi, Fidel. Hi, Tab.
Honey, by the way, she's on octave 999 infinity.
Happy today.
I'm on the other side of like just
Be
opening my eyes.
happy
So if you hear her, just go off. Do we get the microphone?
I don't know. Can we all hear?
How do we sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragon fruit lemongrass kombucha. Yum, Lisa. That's delicious.
We have Lone Silver.
Yeah, Lone from Denmark. So much of what you are drinking. So I am
Hi,
drinking.
Dan. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Fidel and Janice.
Hi, Janice.
Of the light.
Of course you are.
Of the light.
Of the light. So I'm drinking Tulsi, ginger, lemon, and orange blossom. One of my favorite blends today.
Oh, beautiful.
I love this one.
When you put the orange blossom, how do you make the orange blossom? I
just pour the orange blossom in it. Literally.
How you doing, Chuck?
Hi,
Chuck,
Chuck.
you were in my field this morning. I was thinking about you, Chuck, this morning. You were definitely in the realm of good energy and stuff right there. So welcome from Wisconsin in your oat milk and coffee.
Yes.
Good to see you, brother.
So Fidel is drinking wild blueberry and cacao smoothie. Yum. Your kind of tea. Yeah, this is Mariam's earring she made. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And I'm feeling all the love today. You know what I've been singing for Michael? Michael's Jerry Curl. Jerry Curl.
I put some coconut oil in there because
Jerry
this is what she's been like all morning.
Jerry Curl.
Have you ever woken up with like one eye, like a cyclops?
Jerry Curl.
And before you know it, you're like half asleep, and then you see like this little like
Jerry Curls. Jerry Curls. I love it. I love it when I wake up and there's just hair everywhere on Michael's face. I can't even see his eyes. It's like this. I love it. Jerry Curl.
And then I put a little coconut oil in it, and it just goes a little.
It's Jerry Curl.
Doing one of those shows.
So Fiorella is having oregano tea.
Wow.
Cramps. Oh, sweetheart.
Okay, well, happy holy time.
Holy essence.
You guys are matching.
I am finishing my holiness. Happy holiness, Fiorella. I'm just in the. So I woke up this morning charged. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
I feel delicious.
I did not. I could have slept another hour. How are you guys feeling this morning?
Delicious. Let me put this on.
Hello, Emmy. Do you have a cup of tea with you? Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Organic coffee with milk. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing.
You. So I woke up feeling totally delicious today. Really, I slept really hard, like really, really hard. I woke up a few times, but but like really hard. And I felt this. I was sharing it in my post. There was this ET being that was translucent, whitish, and it was very much like an Avalian being that I have shared before, but it didn't have the long silver hair. And it was so beautiful because telepathically, as it was communicating, there was this incredible, this message that was being received that the star seeds have delivered their Earth mission. But I could really feel it. I could feel the lifted energy. I woke up just feeling so lifted, as you've seen me. And he kept saying, what am I on? I'm like, I'm on divine. That's what I'm on. I feel really, really lifted. I feel the Venus energy. I can feel the collective energy. There's this shift. Michael, your hands is kind of hot behind my back, baby. I'm already heated. I don't think you want to put any hand anywhere near me. I'm telling you. This is like on fire today.
Oh my God, I'm just messing it.
It's hot. It's hot.
My hands are really hot.
It's hot. It's hot. You got that heat. I'm going to take my
Hi,
socks
Patricia
off.
Dawson. Thank you for
Hi,
joining
Patricia.
us. Yes, Buddha energies are amazing.
Yes, so from yesterday's Buddha Christ energy, and then we're having hot tea. It's all hot in here. It's getting hot in here. But anyway, it was so beautiful because feeling the lifted. I don't know if any of you are experiencing it. I woke up feeling this tremendous lifted energy within the collective. I could feel like as if something had transcended or transfigured or truly transformed, like truly transformed. And I could feel, wow, there's this breath that I'm breathing in. It feels new. It feels like it's behind us. And perhaps the Wesak assisted yesterday, who knows? And however that was, let me just turn this off for a minute, this video. I felt like yesterday's prayer was incredible in the Buddha Christ energy. And I feel like whatever is happening, although there's so much negativity in the news feed of, let's say, Facebook, I'm not even visiting it. I was like, I'm going to stay right here because I'm really feeling the amazingness. It's been a while that I felt the amazingness, like that giddy, the joy, as you've been seeing today. My goat is out, and
I'm in deep blessings because 2 days before that, she was on the other end of it. And
I was.
And I feel it's so important. It's a message for everyone, especially if you're in relationships, friendships, however it may be, is Honey and I always catch each other at the most amazing time. When she first met, she's like, if I'm ever going down, you stay up here. And if it's vice versa, stay up here. And I remember just these past couple of days, it's fabulous of where our energies are. Because like yesterday on the Wesak,
look at how long your hair is here. Let me see.
On the Wesak, I woke up with all of this like powerful energy, just wanting to get out in nature, feel the vibrations of the golden rays, and just felt very, very uplifted to where this morning I woke up and I just like I could have slept till 12. And I think part of that is the integration.
Me next to you.
No, she was like a jackrabbit coming out of like she's very very hyper in the morning. I think it's a testament.
Today is extra joy, I have to say,
and it's beautiful.
I feel extra joy. I made banana bread cake for my mama yesterday, and of course we're having my son. My son is in the other room, Keon. He's moved in with us for a few days. It was supposed to be my younger son. My older son is here, so it's been kind of interesting having a roommate for a few days. It's been interesting. There's a lot happening. You keep wanting to touch my back, don't you? What's going on?
I want to put my hand. I think I just want to stretch my hand.
But I'm so sweaty and hot, baby, right now. I can't even focus.
I'm placing my hand on the pillow. Look at you. My goodness.
You know what? I woke up, Michael. Here's what it was. I woke up feeling God's grace, like is upon all of us. There's something happening. I can't, and you know how I usually feel it before it happens?
Yeah.
I'm like feeling it. I don't know why, but I'm like totally feeling it before it actually comes down here into this plane. Is anybody else feeling that giddy of what's transcended and the deliciousness? Am I feeling? I feel delicious. I feel delicious today. Sparkle all over me.
Those that are watching right now, go ahead and just write a word, or write a phrase, or just, it doesn't matter how high, how low, how medium, how happy, how sad. Just for your own expression, just let us know how you're doing, how you're feeling through all of these waves of just beautiful light and transformations that are moving through.
As you want to know, I want to, anybody else feeling this deliciousness within the field, like the joy, there's this joy and celebration that the collective energy has arisen, is standing up, is speaking, is communicating, is like no dark can shut it. Like that's what I'm feeling. I feel the
resurrection.
Well, the resurrection, totally, but it's like a collective energy.
Oh, I love you, Lisa. Clearly, we all need to add orange blossoms to our tea. Good one. That's beautiful.
It's
Lisa.
a good one.
That's a good one.
It definitely lifts you because you know what it does? Even, Michael, smell it. Like, smell it.
Oh, that's pretty
See,
powerful.
when you smell it, what happens is, you know, the sense here, it all expands in your upper chakra, for sure.
So Chuck said, body hurt, mind was stagnant the last few days, feeling good and renewed this morning. I was feeling a little stagnant the past couple of days as well. Lisa, she said she had a great full moon healing and release with GAIA last night. I'm doing much better than I was. Had a lot of work stuff to release. Beautiful.
Great.
Patricia's excitement and joyous.
Excellent.
Wonderful,
Thank you,
Thank
Patricia.
you for sharing.
That's good to know. So let's go over. So, Lisa feels lifted. Beautiful. That's great. So let's see, from 2 weeks ago to now. So a lot's been happening for sure. I like to begin with going into this May energy, and then it was my full birthday weekend. I feel like, I'm still kind of integrating from my birthday solar return 48, and it is again this 48th energy coming into this 11th gateway. The whole year is like that, like I'm just being a witness. And also I feel like your Friday night surprise, Saturday and Sunday, everything in diamond crystal, it was just so precious. I feel like you bedazzled me so much. Like,
you deserve to be bedazzled. I mean, when you look at the amount of energy that you exude, when you can just feel her energy, it's amazing. So to sneak the massage table down, you watch your beautiful series and place a diamond and just put all the love and light into what is being done. It felt so, it just felt so good to like share the love and the light that you naturally do on a basis that's probably about 1,000 frequencies higher than anyone else that I know.
Oh my goodness.
So to have that ability and just to express the love.
Jericho.
Just to express the love. I think that's one of the biggest things, that when we have that ability to express love and to also know in that love, if it's someone's birthday you celebrated, as Honey and I do, is like it's our own birthday because we're celebrating it together. Like we're celebrating ways that, like when I had my birthday, she's like, well, this is an excuse for a celebration, which we should be doing every day. Yet when you have someone within your heart to have that ability to feel that love, then it's just like, what can we do to increase that vibration and accentuate that love and expand it as much as possible? So it was beautiful this last weekend just to really dive deep into the creativity, the joy, and the fun. I feel like a lot of us right now, that fun factor is essential to move through what we're going through, and just to get out in nature, have fun, play with your children, and most important, bring the little simple things of life that can really, lift our hearts. So it's great. Hi there, Maida.
Hi, Maida.
Good to see you.
So it was like 3 days of
Hello,
so
Doris.
much love, just so much love, and honestly, like really overwhelming for me.
You were knocked out by Monday.
There was so much. I mean, usually, of course, if you have so many friendships on Facebook, the amount of love and all the emojis, I felt like I was being blasted by all the emojis. I didn't even know what to do with all the emojis. Right? Like, it was so, I haven't even responded that because it was just so overwhelming. And of course, having the session, Lone, thank you so much. Yeah, facilitating your session yesterday. Where are you? It was, facilitating your crystalline diamond code activation on this remarkable Wesak was such an honor, and just to feel the frequencies yesterday and all the different languages of light and the light codes, like it was so beautiful, so beautiful. And there's just been so much happening, and I feel the other part has been is, that we had such a wonderful weekend, like of 3 days of this, and I felt like I was in such a surrender place. I didn't want to plan anything because usually I'm very active with that.
The first time, just for those that didn't know, for the first time, I would say ever. Sorry, I didn't let you swallow. She's like, I'm not planning anything. I'm leaving everything in your hands. And you said, you're leaving everything in my hands? Really? So I was like a little kid, just like under the Christmas tree, under the menorah, being like, this is my time just to like dive deep within the heart and allow that energy just to come forth in its most beautiful charm. And she's like, I don't feel like planning a thing. I don't want to do anything. And it was like, how beautiful it is. And what I really appreciate is that beautiful feeling of just trusting your partner and believing and but like really giving, like that's the thing I love. Like
I gave all of it to you.
You gave it all to me, and it was such an empowering moment because it allowed me just to really feel deep within inside of what I can express. And it's great when we can have that trust and belief and enjoy the feeling of just being little kids, tapping into the innocence of the heart and feeling that little joy of like the little kid, and that joy just come out and express. So, and it was funny because I think by Monday it was like, wow. And
I was like, okay, I'm birthday out, because then we got Mother's Day this weekend too. There's just like it's beautiful. But also, I feel what is so important as healers, majority of us on this call are healers. We are givers naturally. Like the joy, it is the giving that we just get so giddy about, and like the amount of, I feel like the amount of video birthday singing I had, like, and sing bunch of my friends that I know just sing for it. It just tickled me so much. It was so beautiful, especially my friends with their children. I'm melt with the children sing. Like I just go crazy. I don't even know what to do with it, you know?
Isn't it beautiful when that spirit is lifted so high so that when other events in life come along, it doesn't pull you down, or like the
things. So we're going to talk about that.
The things that happen. And I find it's a testament. What things may affect you on the outside do not have that power when within the inside.
It doesn't have as much.
Or it doesn't have. Right? It doesn't have the level of impact when we are feeling that aligned state within. And I find it's very important when we're fully feeling our joy, our happiness, our grounding, our alignment, our peace and harmony, then whatever is happening on the outside is not pulling you left and right. And especially when it comes to the most powerful source of love. When we're feeling loved and nourished and taken care of and valued, which really is our sole responsibility. Our responsibility to nourish ourselves, to enjoy ourselves, to have fun, because it's no one else's responsibility, it's yours. And so when we can jump into that and really prioritize that, then it's interesting just to see what may have pulled you or what may have kind of like tugged you at the arm and saying, look at this. But like,
let's get practical. So like on Monday, so here we come 3 days of this, and it was really remarkable. And Monday, sometime later in the afternoon, I get a call from my older son, and he doesn't sound very good. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. I was like, well, it's mama. You can't like say, I don't want to talk about it. You have to talk about it. And then he said to me that him and his younger brother, they got into a physical fist fight. Now, for anybody that knows me, knows this is the one area that like violence, like, it is a total no. It is so sensitive for me. I grew up in an abusive household. Like laying hands. This is completely something that is very, very, very difficult for me to stomach. And then when my children being a strong impact to being like my children, if they ever hurt each other, it's like I'm being hurt. Like I'm physically getting punched. It's very difficult for me. So if my grown children get into it, like I couldn't even accept that. So I had to really face the things that came up, because it's right the next day. Here we are, we're having the most magnificent day, and then the next day is this, which we know over and over. Whenever you're expanded in so much love, the next day, whoosh, all the dark shows up.
You shine all that
like
light,
all that love, and then boom,
it shows all.
And
the
this was this was between them, and that also showed up. So then, as a result of it, was very interesting the amount of things that I was facing, but also being very clear. Okay, so is there any what is really coming up? Am I is this me as a mother that has failed? Because I'm about peace, I'm anti-violence, like these are the things, and here are my own children. So I had to really face that. I said, no, there's an agreement between them, and really sit down and talk to both of them, and speak through and hear both of them. And it was interesting to have actually compassion for both of them, fully recognize both of them have point. And then at the same time, like being so firm, like I will not accept you laying hands on each other as a option. Like, no, this is a total no. But whatever this is, again, is also part of the divine plan. I can't accept, like, say this is not part of the divine plan. Like, I'm a spiritual teacher, I'm a spiritual mother. Here I am, my own children. So of course I had to really face the sadness, face the upsetness, but also at the same time seeing what's happening. What is playing out is also on the outside within the field. Then choosing to see it differently, choosing to communicate with them, choosing to say, this is not a reality that I accept. Is this what you want to accept? Where is your voice? And really calling their shit out, literally. Also, like, you must feel so insecure if you're doing this. Where's your insecurity then coming from? Where's your insecurity coming? So these are the things I just want to address what went through me on Monday. But because these 3 days was so expanded with so much overwhelming love, I didn't go down. Because typically, I would be honest with you, if it was an ordinary time, I would be so deep in a hole, because this is one area that is so, or that was good very, very difficult, challenging for me to ever digest. Just not even ability to digest. So I got to watch these couple of days as my son moved in here with us on Monday. He's been here since Monday, and we got a chance to communicate, go deeper. My other son having his space, and then seeing all the gifts coming out of it. It's been very interesting.
I feel, as a mother, it's hard to stomach ones that you love actually have a fight. And I was telling Honey, as growing up with my brother, we would have fights, and it was more in our early years. And for men, it doesn't make it any better or right when we look at this, because sometimes in our society we're so overstimulated with what we see on TV, what we see in the video games, what we see in movies, that we're like, oh, they're just fighting. But really, when it comes to our inner hearts within our family, it raises the greatest points of looking within and really seeing what I was observing a lot in the teenage levels is this image, this feeling of people being so tough, almost being like, I'm the badass. I have to show the biggest muscles. I have to show all these energies. And before we know it, we're creating this image. But on the inside, that toughness, that strength is really our heart.
Yeah.
It's our compassion. It's our love. It's our ability to show from the greatest gift that we are. And right now, to transform that violence through love, to express what we need in our own heart, is really the ability to help really release these tendencies or these energies that just make it seem so, I won't say acceptable, but we take for granted, when things like these happen, many people, not mothers, but other people, oh, they had a fight, there was something light. But really, the art of violence and what has been placed before us, it's desensitized us in a way.
It is, but at the same time, again, one of the things that I was being a witness to, as this collective energy is taking place, there's this rise of people speaking their truth, being very authentic in their voice, and standing up. One of the things that I heard from both of my sons, it's always a collective energy. Again, it doesn't make it right at all. And that was the thing I was very firm about. But both of my sons said they had to stand up to each other. And it was so interesting because there is this collective energy happening that we are standing up, like no more backing down at all, standing in the truth. And that was the thing with their age group. Like I was like, okay, you can stand up in your voice. You do not need to use your fist. This is an old energy. You're giving to old energy. And mom, as a mother, I cannot and I will not accept that. So it also gave me the opportunity to voice my total truth, where I stand so firmly. So the three of us standing so firmly in this, like so firmly, and also something like before, I would handle it very differently, very, very differently. And I feel like I've handled this completely differently. And I do feel like I'm not pulled. I can't say it didn't impact me. It did impact me, but I'm not pulled the way I would totally pull in a spiral downhole.
And it's beautiful to see, because I remember just the other day we were hiking and you're like, oh, this is the place where I took the boys, and a couple Mother Days.
3 Mother Days ago.
3 Mother Days ago, years ago.
Yeah.
There was a fight that happened that day. And
they didn't fist fight. They got into a fight before they came. So, I was so mad. I took them there to release their energy.
Right. Mama Lion.
Like
anyway. So it's interesting when it comes back to really see how far we've passed our test. How much energy does it still have a pull over us? And it's beautiful to see that when these energies come up, where we pulled. And it's really a question for all of us, even within this example, but what we're seeing right now, or what we're seeing in our daily lifestyles, of seeing these old patterns, these old programs, these limited beliefs. Where were you a day ago, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, of how much impact they have over you? Because right now, I really feel we're given this great opportunity to help dissolve, help release. And if there are certain areas that still have a pull of us, it's nice to say, that's interesting.
But I feel like also there's that okay, Christed energy. We talk about this. We talk about the illumination. We talk about this. But how is it applied? And I feel in this case, like it was something, because it's so personal to me. So then me facing, or is there shame, embarrassment in me? Is this, again, like I stand against complete violence, and my children know that. And then here's what came up. And to address that I am not okay with this. I will not accept it. I'm being very firm with it, yet being very compassionate with both of them, like really compassionate, fully understanding where they were both coming from. And also this testosterone male energy within their society, with what they are seeing. And then again, they don't have really good role model examples of Christ conscious men. They don't see it. They see if somebody gets in their face, they have to defend themselves. And how is that a solution to anything or anyone? But that's also playing in the collective. Yet also, I feel when it comes up, it's part of what's being transformed, transcend. And I feel all of this is what I've been experiencing, and really feeling the lifted. Like the last couple of days, my older son has been just so much happier, and And we've been talking. I was like, well, why don't you live with us? You know,
part of it also is you're having a son live with you, and I feel part of that as the maternal instinct of having a son live with you in the house. It gives you that ability to really feel the mother energy, to feel the love and the support, and to feel.
But I feel like what I'm doing differently also as a mother, being a different mother, I'm not taking sides like the way I did, but holding both of them accountable, and I feel that's very different. So again, applying things differently and not going to punishment, not going to that, and just letting them know the power in them, that they're witness to this. If for themselves, if they feel being a man is to hurt somebody, put them down, and stepping over them, that's going to make him a man. They got a lot of growing up to do, and that's not in their true consciousness. So for me, is to just help them, remind them. But anyway, tying that up, point being these past 3 days of so much love around it, I was able to handle it very differently, and then still watch some of the emotions that came up in me that I had to also face, not separate from them, and let it transmute out of the way to today, feeling so lifted from the last night's sleep. And also that space of trust, Michael. Like I just feel, I keep hearing last night, the divine plan, it's so perfect. So, and I feel like I've pulled away from anything to do with, like, really with the media, how it's playing out. But it was so beautiful to see the doctor speaking out. It's so beautiful to see the police officers speaking out. It's so beautiful to see so many speaking out, and like the voice, and that's the voice of the Magdalene consciousness. It's like we no longer tolerate. We are vocal, and we're standing behind it. And it feels so
liberating.
It feels liberating. Like it's like, okay, we can sit back because it's time for the other ones to speak up.
And what's
I want to hear some of these too.
And what's interesting is I feel like there's these phases. I feel like there's been this wild roller coaster that's been happening, and there's been a lot of highs, and there's lows and highs and lows. But what's really amazing right now is to me, it feels like there's this great level of expression. And I love how you said that, because I feel people right now, they're hitting their edge, they're hitting their rock bottom, and like, listen. And to have beautiful leaders in different positions, from doctors to policemen to wherever they're placed in their community, to now voice their opinion and to express that,
because they're not sold anymore. Their soul is not sold. They're just their consciousness doesn't allow them to be, to be covering up.
And
it's amazing.
And it's great, because they're like, when seeing this, like, I'm not, going against my job. I'm not disrespecting everyone, but I need to voice my opinion, and not even their opinion, their truth.
It's their truth. I don't even think it's opinion anymore.
And so what's powerful about
that
their
constitution, the constitution, the morals, ethics, whatever that is.
What's powerful about that is, as they are expressing their truth, it's giving us the ability to receive that, to activate our truth, to stand. What is it that we feel important to stand? What is it that I feel in this moment that I want to share from my heart and not my fears? And I feel like it's giving a lift, because it's not so much more governmental, or as what we don't believe in the word conspiracy, but what others label as conspiracy, but really what they feel. And I feel the gift of that is when more people start to rise and speak their truth without an agenda, without a motive, then all of a sudden there's this like trickle effect. There's like this beautiful domino of collective consciousness.
I'm gonna shift that. I feel there's been a lot of us starseeds, light workers, earth beings, earth angels that have continuously stood and spoken our truth. So finally, within the collective, it's playing out. So I don't like when I see the police officer sharing. That doesn't inspire me. Like I've been speaking it, or like some of the others. But it's within the collective. Right. The collective that is awakening finally gets to speak out for a minute. But let's go over here too. Go ahead, Michael.
No, what I was saying, it's beautiful to see the common citizens, people in this world, people rising and speaking. I mean, many of us have been on this path for a very long time. Many of us have an impatience or a frustration or anger that why is this happening fast enough? What's going on? But to see normal beings that are sharing their truth, that are speaking out, it's beautiful, because it's uplifting to all of us to see what is being brought forward. And I feel that when others are doing it, it motivates everyone to say, what is my truth? How can I speak it? And how would I like to share it from the grace of my heart? And the more that we start sharing that from our heart space, the more I feel it's going to help disseminate all that's happening. So it's all on our basis of what we feel and take away from it individually, but also in a celebratory stance of like, wow, people are coming forward. The more that we come forward to speak our truth from what's within us and not rely what's on the outside, then we're connecting more in the oneness that we are.
Absolutely. Totally. So let's see some of your comments here for a moment. So Maida, I love you. Oh yeah, you deserve it. Thank you. Blasting emojis. Does anybody else just melt when they see all these emoji communication? Like, I just feel like every emoji, I feel it viscerally in me. I just love when people communicate to me in emoji, and I get so sad when they just write a word. They don't put any emojis. All these emojis are here to be used. They're actually living vibrations. I feel this. Look at that. So Chuck says, I finally told myself, screw this attitude and start flying around again. Be myself. That's right, Chuck. Why would you not? Like, seriously, like, you're the most sacred being. Like, why would you not? Like, really. Fiorella, releasing renew rebirth for shizzle. And then Chuck says, I've been taken care of daily by the universe. Indeed, all I need has to come to me daily. Yes. Does anybody else feel that? For sure, because I feel like when we align in that place, we're really, really provided continuous. It is that trust that allows it to come. And that's a space that Michael and I have been talking, as most of you know, we've been looking to move to a house. So our situation is kind of interesting because we're kind of considered missionaries. There's not really category for us because we kind of live outside systems. So we don't have pay stubs or anything like that, or 1099s. So, to be able to get a place, good thing we do have co-signer like my papa and Michael's mom, but be able to do this, it's kind of interesting. And yet at the same time, being able to get a place that's the right vibration for us hasn't been quite aligned. And that has been the place to visit, and we're looking for a realtor agent or somebody that has a house that knows us, knows we can totally take care of it, and we'll be meticulous. We're very clean, and drug-free, chemical-free, alcohol-free, all of that. And that wants to know how, this place will continue to serve people as we have here. And so I feel like there's this growth that we wish to have it expressed through us, and we want that alignment. So Michael knows I've been putting effort every day, looking at places, going to visit some, but it just hasn't been aligned. And
but the places
I've been also been able to watch some of the frustration that has come out of that.
Sure.
To then move it into trust alignment.
The disappointment of after seeing what is in the limited, but also the excitement of what appointments we have made each time we've looked at a place. The expansion of our ideas getting closer and closer and closer. So to have that trust and that beauty to really feel that it's coming and not be obsessive, like it needs to happen right now, but just keep trusting, like all of our intentions or manifestations, that it is coming. And all we have to do is feel that excitement.
Yeah, because our lease is up next month, and then we're like, okay, well, let's really see what happens. Every day we're putting the energy into it. It's a lot more me the energy, so I'm having Michael join in the energy
is when honey, on an ethereal level, I feel it and I believe it, and the energy of what I see is divine timing versus I know honey's a little obsessive of every single day check, but I don't
know if it's upset. It's just I put the effort. Oh, there's that heated hand again, baby. That hot. Why are those hands so hot today? Hold on, move that. Why is your hand so hot today? Michael, I feel you need to take this hand, blast the people. Why is it so hot today? Oh my God, like when you touch it, it's like heat. It's
Is
like
it right here?
sunlight. It's so hot. Look, you know how hot I just got?
To just my hands. I don't
Anyway,
know.
so the trust. So Chuck, stay in trust. Please,
Stay in trust
please,
and stay in
like,
belief and
yeah,
happiness, because
totally.
no matter what's happening on the 3-day, if you can feel it in your heart, that's all the work you need to be done. Because
there is no more 3D.
No matter how much you're trying and trying and trying, if you just accept that the right time, it will happen when the divine's given to you, and we're perfect.
But
because
you take your action
right.
of 5D.
In trust.
Hot.
In trust.
Okay, Midas says, yes, when I surrender to the universe, but I do have to follow up. Indeed. Then you do have to, you cannot just stay in the etherics. It's great to see the etheric. You gotta take the actions in here too. What's it doing?
I don't want my head cut off.
Oh, that's very cool.
And bring Krishna into
yeah, the man. So Chuck says, right, I told my staff that sometimes you have to go search for fun. If that is
what you desire.
Yeah, things turned around for our group and we found stimulations and fun. I can't read very well today, my kid. That's true. Yes, please read it, because I like.
Okay, your vibration's starting to. Funny.
No, it's just my eyes doesn't see it. Okay. I gotta get closer.
Funny people smiling and talking to each other, compassion, and then we played frisbee for a few hours. Isn't it fun
so
when you
beautiful.
can bring the fun into it? Then an email came in. Honey, what'd you do? To get through the entire month. Enough work to get through the entire month. And isn't it interesting, Chuck, when we bring fun, enjoyment, and light into the picture, how things lifts everything into it. I mean, we know that joy and fun is the priority of the day, and that's the most important thing. Lone said, when it comes to one of my grown-up children, I feel like a light being blown out again and again. So I keep lightening the light because I love her.
Yeah,
of course.
Totally.
Francine, surrendering and releasing of old paradigms and ancestral energy. Beautiful soul, you continue to hold the highest frequency for them. Total love, what a victory.
Thank you.
Lori said, absolutely holding myself as a parent to guide myself, not punishing, growing in their consciousness.
Yes,
My
definitely.
11 and 12.
Blessings to them.
Thank you, Lisa. Beautiful said.
Lisa, your plastic emojis. Thank you.
Good morning,
Hi,
Demetrius. Good afternoon,
we're going to talk about Demetrius too in a moment.
It's a very difficult process for those who are part of the organization like police government, because they have sworn programmed to not speak.
Yeah.
We feel you.
But there's still a soul, right?
Exactly. Lone, you must have a garden.
I know. Yes, Lone. Yes, Lone. Look, Lone. Look at all my babies over there. There's so many of them. Yes.
Tabitha, yes, people. I would never expect our sharing videos and speaking of things that we all been sharing for years, and the frequency is higher. This is how the collective will overturn all corruption.
Totally, completely.
Francine, trusting in divine timing.
Yes.
Beautiful. Lori, laughing, and Demetrius is very happy with the Christ Buddha. Midas, thanks, and all is joy and deliciousness. Thank you, Francine.
Totally. And speaking of Demetrius, so maybe some of you saw on Wednesday, we had also the kickstart of the short video series that I've been wanting to start. So it's been a few months that I was guided to put this video series, because there's so many incredible friends we have with the powerful healers, that powerful gifts, and really they're just incredible. They're individuals that we believe in, and we love either their service or their product and want to stand behind them. And then because the Honey Board and Author Speaker Healer page has almost 8,000 followers, to use that page as a way to give voice to some of the individuals and also give them the power to come out of the closet and share your things. But I also felt guided to, I have deep respect for individuals that have been supportive. I remember when, I started years ago, you really need the support when you come out of the closet and you're being public. You need to get the support to continue, and it's a tough place. And Demetrius, about 4 years ago, came into my life. I was doing a live stream in Miami it was near 4th of July. Actually, it was on 4th of July. I remember that. And he just happened to come on and he started live stream doing the amazing things that he does. And he's been very persistent since then, coming on live chats like this and on the pages, and just really that energetic support. And it has inspired me quite a bit. So I felt, Demetrius, if I may say so, Demetrius last couple of months has been communicating. He's been going through some challenging time, just frustrated also from Ascension and all of this, and just some financial difficulties. And he's never said anything like this in all these years. And I really felt, I had prayed, I said, Michael had reached out a couple of times to offer some kind of, space for him as just gratitude, a gift of giving back. And I felt for my birthday, how amazing it would be to utilize my birthday celebration to put a video together, and instead of receiving any kind of gifts to individuals, if they feel called to donate money to me, so that I $5, $10, $20, whatever, and I can collect this, and for each dollar that they offered, I can match it, and I can then give to Demetrius as just a gift of gratitude. And again, during this quarantine, we've all been positioned in a place to see how can we really help another. And of course, I was in no position to $500 out of pocket right now at all to match this, like at all. Mm-hmm. But I also put that prayer. I said, I really want to do this. So I had a couple of people that asked me to make the crystal necklaces, and also I'm going to show you all something. Demetrius, you're going to like this. Hold on one second. This is one of my creations.
And to help support all the beautiful energy that has been just in support of divine spirit, which we're super, super grateful.
So from the this is one of my creations with the light codes with one of the star beings. So one of my friends offered this, and so from the donation that came out of this, I was able to match that, and we sent Demetrius. Well, we first had him come on Wednesday, him as an excuse to kickstart this video series on HoniB Board and Author Speaker Healer page. It's a short series. Mm-hmm. And then we also surprised him, which felt so amazing, to just the power of giving, which we do anyway. But this was another one, and also to kickstart it, and just for somebody to feel really loved and appreciated, which we felt, and so many of you, Maida, like you were one of the individuals that also gave. There were several of you that gave towards Demetrius because you also value his presence, and that's the beauty of humanity. When we come together, we can serve each other. We can really open it up. Don't know how, but we have the desire to give, and here we are. We give, and it was almost $1,000.
Yeah,
$990 some was donated to Demetrius, and that was like such a beautiful birthday gift that I could celebrate. Like it felt incredible. And the video series starts next week, Wednesday, and I'm gonna have so many friends on, and it's short 15 minutes where individual gets to just share what it is they do, what is their work, and how to get in contact, and it's 15 minutes. And next week, Wednesday, starts with my dear sacred, one of my BFFs, best friends, Darius Mayboudi, who was a Western medical doctor who does all his galactic healing work, which is one that I highly respect and have referred up people to. And we're very close, so we'll speak to that next Wednesday.
It was super beautiful to have Demetrius on, and just to see him again when we met him in London. And as you know, London, it was a great connection immediately, like a soul family. And so to have that ability to really connect and feel the joy and the gift of gratitude, of just that beautiful nature of like how we can just give that gift of giving, but just feel so thankful in this opportunity. So we bless you, Demetrius, and we're just so thankful for all that you're doing and all that you support. And as you always do, be very humble, I got the message. You heard what she said. He had the Buddha hand love emitting. She was saying that I was saying your
yours,
hands
yeah.
right here.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
God, it's
Maida.
like
Thank
hot.
you.
I cannot. I'm too sweaty. Fiorella, thank you for the emojis. Maida emojis, Lord emojis. I'm like melting here from your emojis. Francine, thank you. Thank you for blasting the emojis. Yeah, so it's beautiful. Like again, the gift of gratitude can we really give with just no expectation, nothing, and just give because we can, and how incredible that feels, the power of giving. This Friday Tea Time Ascension talk has been with that. Our Sacred Sunday Spiritual Circuit has been 2 years just the gift of giving. Our Tuesday night, and what we have found, the more we open up to give with no expectation, because we give because we are blessed by that power, the more we did that, the more it came to us,
the more
we receive, and like unexpectedly out of nowhere. It's been so amazing. And like we have Lisa on our call. Lisa, during this beautiful, amazing like quarantine, she donated this beautiful, generous amount to us. Like, honey, I just want you guys to be taken care of. Or like Maida for my birthday just gave, like, she's like, I just want you to be taken care of. Like it's amazing. It's incredible. And also the light code transmission activations that I've been facilitating, so much generosity. Like, Lon, thank you so much for that deep generosity, because what we have found, it only comes back to 100 folds. Like when somebody shows, I'm going to listen to this and I'm going to give, not because I can't afford, like not because I should or I can't afford it, but I give because that power is in me. You open it up in you, and
the ability
is amazing.
And the ability, what I love about giving is when we can go beyond the limitation of how much you can give and show the universe that I'm going to give, and guess what? I'm going to give more than I thought I could give.
Yeah.
And then do that with just the joy and the happiness of your heart, and then before you know it, that gift is coming straight back to you without expectation.
But again, we don't even say that, right?
Without expectation and without any level of attachment to it. It's just the way how the universe works. The ability just to put the kindness, put the generosity, be altruistic in nature, and then before you know it, you're being rewarded and celebrating without us thinking about that. It just naturally,
in wondrous ways,
it just happens
right?
in its natural way, in its miraculous way, which is our natural way of doing it. But it's also looking, beyond what we may see as our limitation or what our reality is, and saying, okay. And I remember when you expressed, like with the hose, like sometimes we can look at, just sprinkling a little water, and we can water our plants. We can say, well, I don't want to, use too much water because I want to save it. But then as soon as we move our hand and let the full water go out, then we're in our fullest expression. Nothing is being held back. And if we don't hold anything back, then we're just working in a divine flow of harmony, of blessings and balance. And I'm just grateful because in these past 3 years of since in our union, of really being so committed to our love gift offering.
May 16th is exactly 3.5 years.
Wow, 3.5 years. You did tell me that.
Yeah.
And I'm so blessed in these three.
Oh, heat, baby.
These 3.5 years. Woo! What's been amazing is, doing every, in what we offer through our love gift offerings, which, is
that means so that means when we facilitate a service or an event or a class or whatever, there's no price. Individuals are asked to tap into themselves, to really listen to their own higher self, what is guided, instead of us telling them. Because if you tell them we're never going to empower you, got to empower you. And when you listen to that, you can't go against you. 1 second. And what happens is that you only grow that in you more. So if you show up little like this from timid, that only comes back to you. When you show up like this, that only comes back to you 100-fold.
So
it's a frequency.
And what I find is amazing about that is when we allow ourselves to see the infinite, the eternal nature of ourselves, and to go into the heart and to really just give full permission of trust to whatever feels in your heart is the absolute, intuitive, all-knowing righteousness of what's in you, what's already within you. And to provide that has been such a blessing, honey, because that all of a sudden increases infinite of how worthy you are, of how valuable you are, of how much your ability to shine of what you are, because the deeper that is expressed, the more we're feeling this full support of the divine. And I find that it's been a great way to see that even before meeting you and just having debt, having my school loans, just living in ways where I had trust, but not to the level now that it's given me full trust of, even if there's nothing in my bank account and tomorrow comes and I don't have it, I will still give, because I know that there's that trust that there is that support behind us, and the angelic realm and the ascended masters and all the beings, just from believing that. And I find what we believe and feel that.
But there is actually science behind it. So I want to share this because this happened, it was like 4.5 years ago when I was in Brazil, when I received this from Master Metatron to close my LLC, completely shut everything and move in this direction where there is no price. Who am I to tell somebody what to offer me? There's none, because I work for God, and I'm an instrument for that. And at some point, there's nobody pays me anything at all, because I am just honored to serve that. It's very soon, when Michael and I position exactly in the place that we're supposed to be, all of everything we facilitate is going to be free, because it's going that. And I've been public about this. It will be in that direction, because we'll be fully, just as they've shown, we're fully taken care of, so we can continue to just do our highest work is through our service, without ever being compensated for anything, because that's not what that is. But not quite yet, because there's still things that are working with the field. So we started, I had to start with this love gift offering, where that's coming. So that gives the power back, and also the prayers that goes back into the financial system, that blows the prayer into it to help change its transformation from blessing to this restricted consciousness that you moved into. And the other part of it is your lower 3 chakras will no longer have a hold over you when you come from here. And that's been the tremendous power. All of these people, these few years we've been working with them, they felt so empowered by the power. Even individuals that would give us very little at, let's say, at an event, which we don't know who it was, then later they came back, like Fidel, you've been one of them, came back, said, listen, this did so much for me here. I want to offer to you more. I'm forever grateful what did this for me. So our focus is empowerment, to give the power back to you. Who are we to tell you?
And to know that we are in the 5th dimension. We are living from that. And we know that we're living from love. That is our currency. That is our level. Like, when we come from our heart, and what is one of the biggest messages that's been coming through at this moment is expanding that love within ourselves, through all of our bodies, through all of our frequency, through all of our monads. So as we express that love, we know that that is and will be the new currency, and that the old currency, which has been fear-based, which has been, manipulated, which has been strategized to keep that lack of, or not good enough, or having limited amounts, when we shift that into complete love, then we're only acting and being from that love. And that's what it will be. And that's what we are, approaching upon these greater shifts. And for those that I feel so blessed with, honey, are we're the forefront of showing that be love, act from love, do love, and watch that love
and
expand.
Live from spirit. What's it like when you live from spirit in total trust? You operate very, very differently. Mm-hmm. And having said that, by the way, Francine, I'm seeing all of these love emojis. It's like I'm melting. I'm like melting. Fiorella, these emojis you all doing, it's vibrating so much in me. And the other part that I want to share is what's so beautiful around this. So going back to the video series, at the start of this video series, I'll be doing 2 every Wednesday, because they're only 15 minutes each. And again, this is about individuals who have really remarkable gifts, and to bring it out. And when we support each other, what's it like when we put that support behind individuals who are doing incredible work, right? We're empowering that frequency. We're empowering that when we are able to communicate it, stand behind it. Like here, when you make your comments here, you behind the closet, or you reshare it, you're like, I'm standing up behind this. And that's the most beautiful gift that we can give to each other when we stand behind each other's products. Speaking of this, like, for example, you know, I'm a collector of a lot of these crystals that are very heavy, about 3 to 4 pounds. And like the gift of my friends, like privately, like, honey, I want to have one. And I feel like what code I'm going to put in here. So this was done last night when I put the code language in here, and I created, and it's for the sacred being, and she feels into her what she wants to offer to me. I'm so grateful, because this is also part of me coming in, and I'm supported, and I can do so much more good, extend it to somebody else. And that makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel so amazing that I can give in that way, you know.
And you get to use your
my creativity, bring it in.
And that's even connected through our art of giving, because when we're in that creative state, that abundant state, then that creativity keeps flowing, right? When we start to feel limited or we feel blocked, then our creativity shuts down.
Exactly.
So it's beautiful to see how we can keep feeling that and lifting it. And no, there's days where we're very, very high and honor it and love it. And there's days where we're very low and honor it and love it, because it's a continual, beautiful journey that we are giving compassion, love to everything that arises before us, as we, you know, give that in our daily life with all the things that we do.
So something else on the exchange notice on this. So anybody else feeling this? Because I've been really feeling this. I've barely really spoken to anybody on the phone. I have so many messages every day that come, again, nothing new, and a lot of appointment requests. I'm doing the best I can to schedule them, but also really mindful of this space and heartful, because there's a lot of creative energy while I got to figure out what to do with the house. Like, we're looking at it, the time spent with my children, the time Michael and I spend. I mean, there's just so much going on, and then the creative energy. And at the same time, I've spoken to Maida on the phone. Maida is a very close sister of mine, and Tanya, but hardly, and once in a while, Conchetta, very, very little. And part of it is like, I basically just don't spend time on the phone. I don't talk to anybody unless it's a client. I'm not that phone person to sit down and talk at all. And and sometimes when individuals want to call and ask questions, it's more of a healing session than anything else. It's not like to have a discussion. One of the things that I have found like the energy, even between, like, let's say Facebook and Instagram or the social media, I'm witnessing this complete split, and the energy of the massive rise with so many of us pulling together, and also so many going away completely. I'm fully accepting it, fully honoring it, and not at all taking any extra step in trying to reach out, to trying to figure anything out, to try to communicate, educate, nothing, just staying right here and very content, and vibrating with the individuals that are vibrating within the same frequency. Any of you are feeling that way? I'm just very curious about that.
It's been great, because I feel like it's the inner meaning of what's happening. Each person is here to help empower themselves, and we're not here to save anyone. At the same time, it's been beautiful just to focus on individually, also focus on our own self of what this time is here for us. And so it's been great personally for me just to step back and really allow each person to go for what they want to, and not get into any type of debate or argument or who's right or who's wrong, and just allow, I feel, each being to go through exactly what they need to go through, and allow that in a way that even gives us the permission to say, well, if you honor that, then we honor you, and we respect that. And however paths that you choose to go to, we'll still love you, we'll still honor you. If it's lack of communication, or if it's whatever comes through, we still give the wholehearted way of just respecting for those. And then there's the other sides that don't respect that and cut off, run away. And that's all right for them too, because we're all going through this at different levels. So it's interesting to see if any of you guys have witnessed that same within friends. A lot of it's probably closer into the family and into our closest relationships, because this is really for us to see how really at the end of the day, how much it triggers us by our own growth. Because if we can just move through it, then it no longer has an effect on you in some of these programs and limited conditions that are being dissolved.
Yeah, totally.
So it's been interesting to see that. And I feel part of it is that freedom that there's no more like trying to
freeing.
It's a freedom of no longer trying to be in a way that you have to, put on a certain mask or place a certain face on, or just be who yourself is. And I feel that's the greatest, because it's our own sovereignty of what we can do and how things are moving forward. So any of you guys have noticed that within your families, within friends, or just if there's been like, sharp contrasts of, okay, well, there's been these energies that have been bring up into our fields, what has been happening for you?
Yeah, love to hear to hear you from that. By the way, did I tell you something amazing?
You told me lots of things that are amazing.
Who accepted my friendship?
Who accepted your friendship?
Oh my God. So look all the way back. Michael.
Krishna?
Nope.
Okay, Buddha Christ?
The creator, the artist, Marios of these. So he messaged me and he was like, oh my goodness, I see my art on your wall. I was like, Marios, I love you. So appreciate it. I was like, we got these in Mount Shasta. I'm a huge fan. Will you please let me interview you? He said he would.
Oh, that's great.
And he's like, oh my God, you guys are so precious. So we've been exchanging.
Oh, nice. Did he see these on here before?
He saw our video.
He saw our video, but
he saw our video. He's like, hey, my paintings are in your fire. I was like, just melting. I cannot wait. I want to introduce you to her.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh my gosh, I melted. But that just came to me to share that.
We use all of these artworks, and it's precious to bring in these such beautiful art to really bring forth the divine masters and all the angelics and all the beings that are here. And wherever we go, we're setting them up. And I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. And when we were in Mount Shasta, it was even funny, we had a friend Leah in Mount Shasta. Can you pick up a couple more? Because we just went as
And I feel it's
can.
very important for art like that. You don't ever copy, paste it, or print it at all. Right. It's very important to support the artist. Go ahead and pay for it. Those are like $7-8 a piece. Pay for that. That artist has been an instrument. Like, don't copy my work. Like, this has come through me as an instrument. Support it, because like I'm being an instrument with the work coming in. Support artists, because we're bringing this higher dimensional consciousness onto the planet.
Exactly. So let's just go ahead and kind of
I'm going to use the browser to see what individuals are saying.
Thank you, Demetrius, for always sharing, participating. Lori, offer my service business. This is exactly the model I'm moving into. I'm completely supported by the universe, and I support the universe. I support people who support me in this world. And it's beautiful you say this, Lori, because I feel the more that vibration is placed outward, more people are going to be attracted to that vibration. And it's going to keep building and building, especially in this moment where I feel a lot of the old systems, the old energies, the paradigms, because they're being forced and really pushed to close their outdated services or their outdated beliefs, more models are going to be coming up through the love of our heart. So it's beautiful, Lori, to see you doing this, because we feel the more that we're coming from our own divinity, from our infinite place of our heart, it's going to open up infinite places. So Demetrius, the summer equinox is coming up quickly now, the 21st. We're definitely looking forward to that. Lori said, with the meditation this week, I was just showing that those energy bodies are fulfilled through my family and my kids to keep on the pulse of this growing conscious galactic family. Beautiful. It's amazing. And we can have that in our families, and we can share it, because it is in our families, and beautiful enough that we get to stand in front of all of our families to help transform that. Francine, holding the highest light for others without feeling the need to bring them into my field, resonate to love, freedom,
Thank
and unity.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
That's what we're
you.
doing as well. The self-expression of creativity and abundance.
Yes.
You nailed it, Demetrius. Exactly. With Lori, I did feel like I wasn't giving enough, and yet I was, and it deleted me. And then I had the awareness not allow that to put on my spiritual growth, and I'm serving the highest amount. And part of it is knowing that whenever we don't feel that you were giving, see if that's coming from the head versus coming from the heart, because sometimes when we're moving from anything of not enoughs, that's still an old program from the head. When we're in our heart will speak the truth, because it will speak from its truest state of love and the reality that you're in. The heart's not going to say, I'm going to give, all my money to this, because I still have to support what I'm doing in my own life. So it's just always valuable to see what the heart's saying without the mind judging it or rationalizing it.
Oh my goodness, emojis, more diamond emojis
sending love
and
and the
art.
highest energy to my family and friends every day. I'm not feeling obligated to return calls. So delicious that you mentioned this today.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't feel.
I personally believe this time is so important for all of us, really, just to feel what it is within us that we want to create, that we want to stand up for, how we want to live, and really our personal ability to bring forth.
We look like
the
twins
greatest levels.
today.
Put
your head next to me. I was just noticing that. Well, no. Wow, we really look like twins today.
We'll say this once, we'll say this a million times. Mother, brother, sister, brother, cousin, roommate, son, brother.
So many people ask if we're brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I guess if I put the beard on you and then curl your hair and then give some more grays, which I have more than you, which is surprisingly since I'm younger than you, but maybe the old wisdom of me is catching up finally, that I can sit by your side and go for it.
It's coming.
But there are exciting times. I'm grateful that this May 7th yesterday was in perfect timing, because
wasn't it delicious, Michael? Wasn't that sun energy delicious?
It was delicious.
Did you feel it?
Well, not only did I feel it, but
I felt it. I felt the sparkles.
I felt it. I felt it to the enormity that every other day has been rainy, cold, and somehow out of the ethers, yesterday the sun came out, and to wake up at my mom's house and to just dive into the nature of the sun, the meditation, to feel I was in Shambhala with you, with my mom, with all the beings of light, to witness and feel
delicious.
The deliciousness of life, to feel that and to really bring that in. And what I loved about yesterday was one of the most powerful points is that feeling of love grows so big in the heart, and then just to know.
Did you feel the sparkles, Michael?
Not only did I feel the sparkles,
and like all glitter, the fabric of like the glitter.
I felt it.
Did you feel the bedazzled?
I felt bedazzled, and not only did I feel bedazzled, it felt so wholesome.
Yeah,
and I'm sure many of you feel this is. The gift, we get to share that. It's not for me to do this bedazzlement, this deliciousness. It's not here just for me. It's here to share all of that, and how we can not only share it, but we get to just be from it in our life of it. And the more that we get to share, the more we get to feel the energy that's coming and bringing our hearts together. Then it's like all of a sudden, all of us are like in this united state. And yesterday, it was this unification of love, freedom, peace.
It was the East-West unity of light. I really felt it, and I feel it's gone into today, like the infinite energy of the 8.
Yeah.
I feel that's what I'm that's what I'm really, really feeling.
And how magical it was on a 7 of May. How powerful was it right after 5/5? Like it's amazing where we look at that first full moon in as the Wesak in May, because sometimes it's later in the month, but for it to be in the first week,
it was interesting
of May, for it to happen during these times, it really gives us that time, and it's going to be happening the next 3 days. This energy that started started as of Tuesday, moving into it. It really brings forth some of the highest, most connecting levels that I find that in this moment can burst into, I feel like, a gushing of love and light.
Well, the Taurus energy. So, like most of it's been a little over a year. I've completely disconnected from the moon. I have no association with the moon whatsoever. There was new moon, full moon, none of it. The consciousness of moon has been completely withdrawn from me, as well as for Michael. So for Wesak, is not that the Wesak does, as many years that I have been really tuned to it. And also having several ceremony around it. Do you remember last year we had with our friends the ceremony of taking people with the Great White Brotherhood of Light to Shambhala? For my birthday, I decided to have my friends and gift them this opportunity to experience it. And it is the birth of Buddha, the transition, death of Buddha, the day of his enlightenment, all in one day. Now, for years I was celebrating because of full moon, but because I've been disconnected for a year, full moon, so the full moon had no part in it. And it actually felt even greater, even better for me. And really, really loved it. And I can feel the expansion between the East and the West. And the Buddha Christ energy, the illumination of the mind, the illumination of the heart. Because you can have the illumination of the heart, but without the illumination of the mind, you won't deliver it. You can have the illumination of the mind, but without the illumination of the heart, you won't deliver it. So it requires both. And that's what we as the starseeds, we as the light workers, we as the bringers of light are being the first ones to carry this. That's what it is to deliver the golden age. We're being called to actually deliver it in living action vibration. And each time we are living, operating from there, it is a revelation in the love illusion within the fields of consciousness. We're opening it up and making it available for everyone. And it feels darn great.
It is darn great.
So delicious.
And so delicious.
I feel delicious. I feel so delicious today.
So delicious.
I feel my hair looks delicious today. And this earring that Mariam is delicious today.
It's so wonderful to wake up.
That heat, baby. Hey, baby. That heat. That heat is a lot. I heat you touching me, baby.
That's why these hands had to become healing hands. I don't know why, but they get so hot inside. I just go from it. But how fun was it yesterday to go into the water on the paddleboard to recognize in this day, in nature, in what we're experiencing is to feel that exuberance. And I find it's a reminder for all of us where we're at is to get outside, no matter how cold, rainy, windy, that when we can connect with what's feeling within us, then go outwardly. Those rays of sun, those trees, those birds, you've seen the birds. It's been such this beautiful light that we've been blessed upon, and when we can connect to it in manners that really brings forth our liveliness is one of the most beautiful things we can do. And even within ourselves, connecting within that nature realm in our journeys or in our guided meditations, going into the heart. And really what I'm really blessed to share and to feel each day is to know that, all that we have is all that we need.
All that we have is all we need. Michael, sing it with me. All that we have is all we need. All that we have is all we need. What were you saying? You did not singing it. Sing it, baby.
I'm singing
Sing it.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you sing it because I'm just.
Don't worry. You sing it. You sing it.
I'm bedazzled of this energy right now because it's fun.
This is excited today.
It's some full energy. I tell you, in 13 minutes it's going to be like this.
I'll be out.
She'll be out in that sense right there. But
oh my goodness! Look at all the emojis, mushrooms, plants, roses, sunflower. Look at this sparkly hat, and look at those. What are those sparkly glitter? Oh my goodness! And the hugs. Thank you.
So as I was saying, and thank you. I appreciate Demetrius and speaking the language and the chi energies, the life force that's within us. It gives us this moment, and what I'm very thankful for right now. It gives us this moment that we can slow down, we can cherish these days, we can really see what are the important things in our life to really bring forth in our daily amusement, in our daily joy, in our celebration of us, because I feel like many of us, we've been going so hard, pushing so hard, and now it's really looking.
But it's been quarantine, Michael. Let's talk about that.
But
So-called quarantine, but hold on.
Let me just finish. I know you're excited.
You're talking about before this quarantine thing, right?
Now. I'm talking about
Are people still going so hard?
No, but what I'm saying, before going into quarantine, this quarantine has given us the opportunity.
That's what I was going to say.
Slow down. No, because you're always trying to say something before I can finish it. to allow that perfection of what it is you want to create in your heart, in the time that's given to us, and to really live that through the freedom and the choice that you have that moment right now, to sit in meditation, to go for a walk, to really feel what it is that you want to express, what it is that you want to give, what it is that you want to choose now in this time of the quarantine, or as a divine friend said, in query time, like in that time to like give yourself that energy to listen, feel, and just embrace this beautiful time, and to act upon it is what really makes this heart tick. What is it that I want to live from my love?
Michael, what tickles your heart? Feathers. Like imagine I have a feather and I'm feathering your heart. What would do that?
Your smile, your beautiful eyes, and this smile right here when she looks like a little kid.
Tickle. What tickles? What
tickles me is what glitters me is when I wake up first thing in the morning, and I could use another hour of sleep, and I'm just so tired, and I move my hand, and all of a sudden you're like this, I can't do anything but just smile and laugh as tired as I am. But your joy and your expression
today
and your
was a
love,
lot of joy.
And your love, and like in a moment where most people be like, "Can I just get another hour?" So it's Friday morning. It's
Friday Venus.
It brings so much joy and happy. What about you? What tickles your heart?
What tickles my joy is when I feel the depth of divine's love, like I feel the sparkles, like I feel that crystalline in my cells, like literally in my atoms, like that. I mean, I love you, but
love starts in yourself.
But that tickling is like, but I feel my heart is being like feathered, tickled is like today where I feel the sparkles like glitters. It's like millions of glitters are inside of me. I don't even know what to do with myself today.
Channel it.
I am. Okay. Watch the hand, the hot hand, the Buddha hot hand.
It's all this Christ-like energy that's
I'm telling you
right there. So, but
for sure. So there's all those emojis. So let's also, as we are in the 7th, the 8th, and we have a month to go on this May, and we have, let's say, Memorial Weekend, then we go into June, and there's a lot of still uncertainty. And I know, for example, some of the businesses are opening back up, and it's this interesting dance between, like, I've been the resilient movement, absolutely no mask, no gloves. I absolutely refuse. I stood in the rebellion, and Michael took the, took the thing. Thank you for going to grocery stores. So I can. Yes, so I stayed in that. But okay, it was just a violation to my consciousness. I just cannot support this consciousness. So it's going to be interesting. So we wanted to have our Sacred Sunday Spiritual Circle gathering coming up end of the month, and we feel we're totally going to do that end of month, the 31st, so we can have the people back here. And because there's such a celebration, and I really feel when we are in this vibration operating, no matter how much the consciousness is there that is designed, because it's a consciousness that's designed to create harm, and it will only create harm when we actually give our attention to it, when we mind it, and then it materializes. So if you know this consciousness, and if you're coming from the Buddha Christ, the illumination of that crystalline light, it cannot affect us. So it's very interesting. And I'm looking forward to some of our friends, like maybe Lisa and like Jacqueline, they're opening up their business to the people, opening their centers up, opening that, and coming in the vibration during this so-called isolation and kicking it into the new gear with the new ways.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually excited with some of the new things that we want to do. Hopefully we'll have our house by June, end of June sometime, so we can also start bringing the new during all the stuff that we've seeded that's grown. Now we want to serve from it. So I'm really looking forward. I'm just excited, looking forward to all the goods that is been in the ethers created, now wants to just be expressed and really expressed in its fullest expression. And like the incredible hugs, like true hugs that there's no fear in this
That's
place.
what I miss. I miss hugging because I love hugging. And I tell you, there's so many times I just want to go hug someone because that feeling of embracing. When I mean hugging, not just that 1 second, 2 second hug, like when you travel and go to the places like Bali or places that they know how to hug and you embrace them and you really feel that hug. I feel like what's going to be great is when this is all over and we can like actually, stand within less than 6 feet, is really embrace them with a beautiful hug. You just feel that hug. I mean, it's almost like I want to go up to a stranger and just be like, oh, give me a hug.
I feel it would be a great time for us to put those free hug signs and go stand string with the blindfolds and let's hug. Let's see how many people will come hug us during this time. We should do a Friday tea time that way. It would be amazing. So anyway, thank you. It's a lighter day today, as you can see, because this is excited. This is feeling joyful. I can't even explain. I don't know what's coming, but it feels so good. Whatever is coming.
What's beautiful is usually when she's feeling it, it's
because it's coming.
So it's coming.
Because I usually feel it like a month ahead, and then it's like dropping in.
And this has to be if you one of the perfect reasons you feel this because. This 2-week time frame right here, you want to eat your hair. Look at that. You just put that.
This is what Mariam made. So I just it feels so nice to touch it.
This is one of the most celebratory times throughout the year because not only do you have your birthday, not only did you have 5/5, not only did you have
Wesak,
then you have Mother's Day Sunday. So it's like it's literally 2 weeks or 10 days of just pure celebration.
I love it. And I do that usually every year.
Of course, but this year is different because we're at home. We're grounded. We haven't been traveling.
Lisa, you want to come? We put a sign together. We stand outside and see how many people will hug us. Lisa, you want to do that? It would be so great.
That would be wonderful.
That would be amazing.
That would be really good. But we thank you guys. But we're always grateful for all of you to join us, to take this time and just listen, feel, and share, and really open yourselves up to what's happening because I find this support, it really is that catalyst that we're here to bring the fullness of our hearts, the fullness of our compassion, and just the joy that we get to celebrate. The joy that we share is really here for all of us, and there really should be nothing to hold back. As you can tell with Honey, she doesn't hold back whatsoever, and maybe just a little because she has to be in this square screen. But before, if she wasn't, she'd be jumping around and she'd be headbutting you, or she'd be doing something that would just totally take you by surprise. So I appreciate this extra vigorous energy.
Oh yeah, that heat again. That heat again.
To lift my energies of being a little more tired and just inward this morning, but grateful for it. So
oh my God! What happened?
You just deleted by accident.
No. No. Here. Don't do that. Oh my goodness! What did I do? No. Demetrius, do it again. There it is. Oh my God, it's Demetrius. I was just about to say, look at Lori's bouquet of flower and the first and diamond. Look at all your plastic emojis. Oh my goodness. Wait, what's this one? What is this one right here?
That's a night sky, love.
What is that one?
That's the sun rising.
Demetrius, I'm like, well, look at the unicorns and the lions.
That's the beautiful thing about
look at all of those dolphins and whales and butterflies and owls. What is that one?
That's
That
a
was
kitty cat.
kitty catty. Oh my goodness, this is the best. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Oh my goodness, look at this musical tones from
Yeah,
Lori.
all that we have.
Oh,
is
look
all
at
that we
this.
have.
Look at this white
The
bird
peace sign.
and the rose. Oh my goodness. Listen, thank you so much for blasting the emojis. Emojis make me feel so happy. It's so easy to make me feel happy. It's love emojis. Thank you so much for emoji love. I'm in this space. I can't even explain it right now.
God bless. God bless.
And I'm gonna stay here.
Well,
I don't know. It might be today.
No,
It might be
hopefully forever.
tomorrow. I don't, I'm just taking it in. And I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here with us on this gentle Friday tea time. And
The love
wherever
and
wherever
illumination
you
we get to
are.
shine,
By the
so-
way, Chuck, I'm going to invite you to really tune in regarding the moon. You know, I had been for years facilitator of so much full moon ceremonies, new moon, full moon, goddess. I mean, everything was around it. And it was about a year and a half ago. I knew the artificial moon. I can no longer have my energy be in its let's say vibration anymore. I had to pull myself out, and it was very much overnight like this. I'm like, that's it. I cannot support the artificial energy from this moon. It's not pure. And so I just like this, I put it, and I feel so free, so liberated. There is no consciousness of that within my field anymore. Just putting it out there for you to only don't take my word, but look into it, because there's a lot that plays within the psyche, that energy, which there's so much behind it. I feel very liberated, and then you pulled away too.
Yeah,
So
well,
it feels.
I think the whole message is not to be attached to anything. I mean,
Yeah.
even like when we look.
But for me, it's not even attack. It's like complete withdrawal. Complete, like it's like moon. You have zero energy, zero energy with me. Anyway, so angel reading. What day are we?
So we are on. Today is Friday.
Yeah.
May 8th.
Yes, day
number 129.
29.
Yeah,
29.
So let's go ahead and just close our eyes.
Wait, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Because my birthday was 124.
Right.
How many days later are we?
Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's take 2 more deep breaths into our heart.
Hot too, Michael.
Love. We're focusing on angels.
Okay.
Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Listening from your heart to this beautiful daily divine message. Complete a project. Imagine how great it would be to feel and finish up a project. What's the first task that comes to mind? Make time today to complete this endeavor, as it is a gift to yourself. Your inner self smiles with appreciation when you devote time to its priorities. Reward yourself upon completion of your chosen activity, and know that you're capable of doing anything you set your mind to. The thought for today, repeating after me. I complete a project.
I complete a project.
Breaking it down into small steps.
Breaking down into small steps.
That I easily accomplish.
That I easily accomplish.
I invest time in myself.
I invest time in myself.
By making this a priority.
By making this a priority.
I feel good about my aim.
I feel good about my aim.
And I enjoy fulfilling it.
And I enjoy fulfilling it.
It is set. It is so. It is done.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Yay. Okay, everyone, let's see what we got for our Ascension message for this week for our group here. Let's see. Thank you, sweetheart. So, breathing into that. What do they want to say? What we got? What we got going here? Ooh, good. You know, if it fell on the floor, that's a big message to give.
Okay.
Don't know. Lord Kemika, he's powerful. Number 42 in the house. Kumeka came from another universe to set the conditions for the golden age of Atlantis with Archangel Metatron. He has returned to be Kohan of the 8th ray, a soul ray of purification, enlightenment, and communication. When you receive this card, you are on a quest for enlightenment. Your guidance is to breathe Kumeka's blue topaz light into your aura. Expand your attitude to one of unconditional love, acceptance of others, and personal responsibility. Kumeka will open new doors for you and guide your footsteps towards enlightenment and ascension. Affirmation: I call Lord Kumeka for enlightenment and supporting me.
I call on Lord Kumeka for enlightening and supporting me.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Yay.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Venus Friday.
Varsha, thank you.
Varsha.
We don't know you. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
For
Where are you visiting
Varsha.
us from?
Love to hear where you're visiting from.
Yeah, thank you. We love
Lisa.
new fans. Hi, Lisa.
I will squeeze
to your son as well, Lisa. So much love to you. Please join us on our Tuesday night meditation. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Demetrius. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Francis. Francis is here, right? Francine. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Lone. Thank you, Fiorella. Anybody else we missed? Thank you, Lori. Thank you for all of you being. Thank you, Maida. Thank you for all of you being with us today, blasting us with your love, your emoji, your presence, your essence, your deliciousness.
Patricia.
So much love. Patricia, I look forward to your session.
Thank you,
and
Janice
dance sessions coming up.
Janice
and Fidel, we miss you so much. We're going to see you in a couple of weeks.
Yay. Thank you all for being here. We always enjoy you guys in our beautiful house, in our virtual land. And thank you, Kay Wesley. Thank you, Kendra and Maryland.
Kendra, nice to see you.
Blessed to all of you that have joined, and just treat yourself special. Today is a beautiful day.
It's a delicious day.
It's a great weekend.
It's a delicious
day. If there's
day.
anything you can do the rest of the day, it's just
be delicious.
Be delicious.
Michael, can you blast those
look how red
palms? Look at that heat.
Wow.
My goodness. Blast. Like this is like
it is. It's because I haven't done a massage in a while. It's all building up.
So those of you that in person massage, Michael, ready. No. It's too much for me. Too much for this. Too much for this today. No. Too much heat. I have my holy blood. I don't need any more heat. No more. So much love.
Many love and blessings.
Have a beautiful day, everyone. We'll see you on Tuesday. By the way, happy early Mother's Day to all of you beautiful mothers. May you have the most magnificent day. So much love to all of you. And also on a Tuesday night, we'll see you for our Tuesday night silent meditation. By the way, I'm still locked on Facebook till end of May. So I can't post anything on groups. I can't like anything, nothing. And we only have 50 people that we can invite. So please feel free to invite others. And we'll have our Sacred Sunday Spiritual Circle end of the month on the 31st. And very much looking forward to that. And all the in-person events will start it back in June.
Beautiful.
And keep an eye out for the, oh, Michael, that heat. Michael, I feel your heat. Listen. You're doing that on purpose. And I'm going to make the announcement for teaching the online class for the ancient sacred breath of the whales, the Arasatma, that I've been teaching for years in so many countries, level 1 and 2 and 3. We'll start level 1 sometime towards the end of May. It's going to be awesome. And thank you so much for all your best wishes for us, for our new home, wherever that will be. We're so excited to receive all your love. Hold us in that vision of light and just the perfect house, perfect environment, perfect setting, totally divine, so we can continue to be of the greatest service for others and just really feel supported. The right homeowner, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So much love, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Bye. Yay.